When I was a teenager in the 1990s, my bedroom walls were adorned with pictures of Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all sorts of Italian exotica. But right in the middle, taking pride of place, was a poster of a twin turbocharged Toyota Supra. And now it's back. Under all that camouflage is a new A90 Supra, due to launch globally next year. So the question now is it a worthy successor to a motoring icon? Let's find out. The all-new Supra, developed in partnership with BMW's incoming Z4, will finally launch globally next year, arriving in Australia in the second half of 2019. The price, though, remains the real unanswered question, with Toyota so far keeping quiet on the details, beyond telling CarsGuide that it won't be cheap. Now, this pre-production prototype drive in Spain was intended as little more than a taste test before the car's official launch, so we're also really unable to shed any light on the trim levels or exactly what will be included in each of them when the car arrives, but you can expect the interior to closely mimic that of the BMW Z4, including the buttons, materials, and even the BMW infotainment system. The Supra is powered by BMW's cracking turbocharged 3-litre 6-cylinder engine paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, and it is a gem of a powertrain with a rich and constant power delivery that perfectly suits the Supra. Toyota is yet to confirm official numbers, but it has said to expect more than 220 kilowatts and 450 newton meters and a sub 5 second sprint to 100 kilometers an hour. The Supra drives the rear wheels, and there's a ton of extra trickery at work here too, including an active differential and the adaptive suspension, not to mention the Toyota's perfect 50-50 weight distribution. And just a few more fun facts for those of you playing at home. The Supra lands higher than the 86 on Toyota's driving dynamics ratios scale, and it has a higher body rigidity than the Lexus LFA supercar. Now, I appreciate we've all been waiting a long time for this, so let's get to the good stuff straight out of the gate. On first impressions, the new Toyota Supra has been worth the wait. The shift from its normal driving mode, which is quite benign, into sport is stratospheric, with the suspension, the steering, the throttle inputs all firming up noticeably. And to be honest with you, if I own this car, this is the mode in which I'd be spending the vast bulk of my time. The gear shifts in manual mode are pretty precise too, although it can get a little bit confused in automatic mode even when you're in sport going into a corner, sometimes awkwardly shifting up or down when you don't quite expect it to. But overall, the gearbox gets a big tick as well. But the real star of the show here is, I guess, just the kind of overall dynamics. Much work has been done to shorten the wheelbase and widen the track. The result is a car that does feel really lithe and athletic. Now, the downside of all that, though, is that it can feel more than a little bit snappy if you're a bit loose with the accelerator on a greasy road surface, which is something that happened to me this morning. There's plenty of power and offer from the 6-cylinder engine too, and Toyota's kept the curb weight to less than 1.5 tonnes, although they won't be any more specific with us than that at this point. But the result is a car that really does feel light and athletic and super eager to respond to your inputs. So for all of you who've been crying out for a more powerful 86, I think I might be sitting in it. So that's our taste test complete, and on first impressions, I'm pretty confident saying the Supra is back. Big question now is, how much will it cost?